more points in the points column and the win column here, so we'll see how things play out. Sherratt finally off the face-off, backhands it into the Sarnia zone. Sting looking to move it out. Wallows getting tied up there as he was battling Zabeski, the veteran. Now Sherratt with a chance. That's blocked it tight. Another follow-up shot. Patton took.
At it again. Each other, who knows what the rosters will look like by then.
Shot off the draw by Sherratt. Another follow-up chance. Misses the net. Steelheads on it here. Fibigr. Shot. This time Quinlan puts a glove on it and
holds. So right off the top, the Brampton Steelheads with a couple of opportunities. There's the one that Quinlan was able to grab at him midair, and then Reese and Zabeski get tied up.
We have a different shot clock person today.
We do.
Fibigr. Shot goes wide of the net. D'Amelio trying to play it towards the net. James Barr grabs it for the Sting. Van Volsen, the former Steelhead, moves it up to center ice. Fibigr back on the left wing side, goes off the stick of Witkowski and into the zone. Van Volsen on it again. Getting tied up there. Witkowski trying to take the feed from D'Amelio. Patton breaks in. Looks to go to the left wing side. Tied up there along that far side was Zabeski. Fibigr tries to backhand in. Sherratt with a chance. Kicked out by Quinlan. Rebound was there, but Zabeski was tied up by Cameron Aucoin. Wallows and Brown come in. Ryan Brown looking to feed Wallows. His shot goes off of Fibigr. Kicks out of the...
And Niagara, their last goal was in the final minute of a game against Ottawa. That game ended in overtime on a penalty shot. You don't see that very often. The 67s winning that one on a penalty.
34 seconds coming into this one without a goal. But emphasize regulation time. Van Volsen got it back over the line. Edwards can't control the bouncing puck. Edwards, Van Volsen, and Pickle making up the line here. Back underway here. Edwards tries to move it out. Von Richter with the hit there. Pickle gets it just over the line. Von Richter moves it back in. Here's Pickle. Overage forward for the Sting. Got it to center ice. Look out.
Our perch.
Fibigr. Cut off there along that far side was Witkowski, but was still able to get it to center. Quinlan waits for it. Forehand to the backhand. Now back to the forehand. He's able to get it into that corner. Lots of pressure there. Von Richter stops it. Shot towards the front of the net. Witkowski was looking for the deflection. Van Volsen. Pickle trying to set up Van Volsen again. Broken up by Fibigr. Reese trying to play it, poke past him. Amato breaks up. Amato. Shot goes wide of the net. Fibigr on it. Manuel Amato once again, but this time it bounced over his stick. Now a shot kicked out smartly there off the stick of Stankoven. Sting not able to clear it. Reese gives chase. He'll chip it off the boards, clears it down the ice. A little too much on that. Giglio got a piece of it, tried to stop it at the line, but he was just outside the blue line. So it would have been offside. Jaworski drops it off. Manza ducks under a check. Manza cutting across on his right wing side, gets that shot off. Bowen made the stop, was waiting for a rebound to come through, but the Steelheads once again clear. Wallows tied up by Stankoven, but got it into the zone where Bowen stops it.
Pulls a piece.
Right off the draw, cleared. Little bouncer that Quinlan had to be careful with. Edwards starts out of his own zone. Back check there by Zabeski. Now Edwards trying to get around Fibigr. Slowed down enough. So the Steelheads are able to clear it. Fisher to his own blue line towards the red. Now he drops it off to Edwards. Giving to Ryan Brown. Long cross ice feed. Van Volsen looking for it. Van Volsen and Fibigr are tied up. Former teammates with the Steelheads. Everybody leaning on each other behind the Brampton net. Fibigr skates it out himself, the Seattle Kraken draft choice. And the goaltender Quinlan credited with the helpers on the Wallows goal.
First OHL point, I do believe, for Patrick Quinlan.
Get him the puck.
That's right.
Cross ice feed, Fibigr grabs it. Stankoven getting tied up along the boards. Stankoven was the penalized player before the Wallows power play goal. Von Richter sidesteps the check, drops it off. Fibigr, shot, he scores! Jakub Fibigr replies for the Steelheads.
Czechia product. As the Steelheads move the puck around the zone, Van Richter slides it across to Fibigr from outside the blue line. Long shot, beating goaltender Patrick Quinlan. So Fibigr ties it up 1-1. This one coming at 13. I believe if they saw what I saw.
Bax getting the primary helper. Steelheads, all five of them on the ice, kind of had a little huddle right around the Kojiko ad on center ice. Or in the neutral zone after the goal to have a little discussion and get ready. They haven't credited any assists on the goal yet. Should be Bax and Wallows.
Yeah, they announced it as unassisted. Now it did, they did make the Bowen made the save, and then the puck came back to Young. But I still think there should be assists involved.
We'd like to appeal to the judges on that one. Von Richter cuts off Kamzik. Avery, the Sarnia zone. Reese back for it, cut off by Zabeski. Zabeski trying to work from behind the net. Reese scoops it away from him before a hit from Sherratt. Hall gains the red line and plays it in. We approach 2 minutes to go in period number 1. Dumped into the Sarnia zone. Edwards. Move towards the blue line. Kicked out. Von Richter and Pickle getting all tangled up. We've got one of their Steelheads players, Sherratt, was still battling along that far side. Von Richter plays it up to Sherratt, who dumps it into the Sarnia zone. Minute and a half to go here in the opening period, in front of what they have announced as 3,711 here in Sarnia. Eggleton.
And the second period is underway.
Sting will look to tighten up in the second period. They have a -7 goal differential this season in the middle frame. It's been their toughest period of the season. Second periods. Steelheads, the thirds have been their best. They've been even pretty much, or the same in first and second periods. A -10 goal differential in both the first and second period for the Steelheads coming into this one. So now -11. So something. These two teams will see if something changes here in period number 2 of this one. There's Wallows breaking in. Looks to his left. Zabeski pokes it away from him. Wallows stayed with it. Up top to Young. Bax with a chance. Blocked by Zabeski. Wallows on it. Wallows spins and shoots. Bowen kicks it in the corner. Bax. Watched by Von Richter. Young, shot goes to play it. Dropped off there. Romaine has a little trouble. Amato. Fibigr, backhand shot, knocked away by Quinlan. Steelheads looking to see if they can find the equalizer here. Fibigr plays it behind the net, hit an errant mouth guard out there and sent it to the other side of the ice. Not often I would say that.
Now, we've seen all kinds of things on the ice over the years, but not a lot of mouth guards.
Junior hockey, you never know what you're going to see. Zabeski. Patton looks to break in here on the right wing side. His chance denied by Quinlan. Rebound. Bouncing around. It's in. Puck bounced around on the rebounds.
There's some of the Steelhead fans that have made the trek to Sarnia. There's Patton down that left shot from the left wing. And then right there as the puck Wonder if that puck went in off Mitch Young. I couldn't really tell 100% there, but Patton just stayed on the puck. He stretched what was not very productive, and lately it's been on fire again.
Edwards right off the draw got a shot that Bowen steered away. Witkowski for the trip. Van Volsen on it. Fisher backhands it down low. Back scoops it up. Backs gives to Brown. Brown looked to go back to Fisher. It went off a stick. And the Sting captain regroups. Dominglio on him. Edwards leaves for Van Volsen. Looks to get it back into Edwards. He does. Edwards from the bad angle with a chance. And holding on to the short side on his glove side was Bowen. Young tried to go across the line. Zabeski tied him up enough that it came out. Cleared down the ice by the Steelheads. That will pretty much do it. Witkowski getting set to come out of the penalty box. We're back to 5-on-5. So the Sting 1 for 2 now on the power play in the game. Came into this one at 23% on the man advantage, 9th in the OHL, so still a tick higher at this point as it's dumped in by the Sting and icing against the...
Face off to the right of Patrick Quinlan.
Quinlan makes a stop, steers the rebound into the corner. Beamish looking to get position on his man there, and he does as he gets it past Avery. Beamish looks for Pickle, tries to go through his man Fibigr. Avery gets it to center ice, dumped in there by Arda. Reese rides Arda into the end boards. Kamzik not able to get it out. Quinlan dumps it into the corner. Chopped at by Reese to get it out to center ice. Sting, count the Sting on the ice. I think they had too many men on the ice. Looks like they're going to get away. Tried to spring him through center ice, didn't grab it, was able to negate the icing though. Pickle plays it on the left, gets to Van Volsen. Van Volsen with a shot up high. Bowen makes the stop, then Bowen actually knocked down by Botno. Friendly fire there in front of the Steelheads net. Romaine. Backs dropped it there. Sting had to be careful, and Young plays it off the glass and out and rolls all the way down the ice. And a coin out of the reach of Gahan. Fibigr gets the feedback from Von Richter. Up along the left wing side. Avery negates the icing. Stankoven looking to get in there first. He was joined by Arda. Now it's the Sting who chip it out. Race for it here. Fibigr along with Pickle. Pickle wins the race. Puck may have not have reached the end icing line anyway. Young keeps it in. Wrists it on goal. Bowen, Pickle hand signal. A lot of times, especially seen in both offensive and defensive zone faceoffs. We don't know what it means, but it's certainly something you don't see a lot of. And this time...
left pad into the net after the whistle had gone.
Fisher chops at it. Von Richter stops it at the line. Shot knocked down by Quinlan. 5:40 to go here in the second period, all tied to a piece. The Sting and the Steelheads on this Friday night. Fibigr steps up. Now up for Bax. He's got room to walk in. Jordan Bax on his forehand, and just at the last moment, Fibigr made contact with his stick just to slow it up a little bit. Now another chance by Wallows, denied by Bowen. Romaine adjusts the angle. Bowen kicks that one into the corner. Sting getting a couple chances here. Now out shooting the Steelheads 26-17 in the hockey game. Beamish comes over here. Another chance. Beamish on his backhand. Bowen reaches out. Picks up his first OHL goal, but now Zabeski drops it in front of the net. Nice defensive play by Cameron Aucoin to break it up. Von Richter. Shot tipped in front of the net, and Quinlan makes that stop. Romaine off the glass to the line. Amato keeps it in. Under 2 to go. Here in period number 2. Pickle gets to the line. Von Richter dumps it back in. Manza sends it cross ice for Hall. Von Richter. Avery, as he was going down, got it to Stankoven. Stankoven well wide of the net. Ardo was going to the front of the goal. Manza tried to chip it over to Ryan Brown. Young sets it up. Final minute of period number 2. Brown couldn't get it past Von Richter. Stankoven skates it back out. Von Richter cut off by Mitch Young. Young, who scored back in the opening period. Brown lifts it out. Puck on edge, but still not enough steam for icing. Reed Gee behind the net.
We're all set to go when the third period is underway.
That 16-shot performance in the second period, the second most shots they've had in a middle frame all season. They had 17 in Guelph last Sunday in the losing effort against the Storm. They had 19 shots in the third period against the Generals back on October 10th, the most shots they've had in one period this season.
Yeah, that was the one game that they lost 3-1, but certainly outplayed the Generals in that hockey game.
For those wondering, we did double check. It is Gahan on the pronunciation. There's another version that was kind of been, I think everyone up on Media Row was informed, including the PA announcer originally, but he was in our studio about a week ago and double checked that as well. And congratulations to him on his first OHL goal. As now Bax tries to center it in front of the net. And Avery. Here's Avery trying to push it past Reese. Ardo wanted to center. Beamish there for the Sting. They turn it over the line. Fibigr shot. Stopped by Quinlan. Was looking for the rebound. It goes to the far side. Fibigr kicks it back into the zone. Gahan looking for it. Kamzik bumped along the near board. Skating it out here is Beamish. Beamish lifts it into the zone. Fibigr back on it. Fibigr scoring back in the opening period of play. Sherratt. Looking to find Zabeski. He wants to split the Sarnia defense, but Romaine and Fisher cut him off of the pass. Bouncing puck, Sherratt looking at center. Quick chance there, and Quinlan got a piece of it. Comes back out again as Patton got that shot off and looked to follow up on his own rebound. Now Von Richter's shot hit Sherratt and Quinn, but indeed, looked like the play was onside, and the Steelheads have tied the game 3 apiece.
If they were going to challenge, I think they just ran out of time.
Yeah, I think they were given some time, ran out, and now the puck has dropped, so away they go. And another chance and another goal. Parker Von Richter.
The season.
Third periods have been the best periods all year for the Brampton Steelheads. A +5 goal differential. The Sting have been dead even. Goals for, goals against in the third periods this season, but now the Steelheads with 2 big ones here to make it a 4-3 hockey game. That looked like a goal scorer's goal. That shot by Von Richter. A lot of goaltenders were not going to stop that one. Fisher drops it off. Played back into the zone. Bowen waits for it. Another chance. Steelheads driving to the front of the net and just rolled off the stick as Fibigr jumped in. Cartwright. Quillen puts a glove on it, leaves it for Jacob Reese. Reese hit the back of the net. Steelheads jump on it, wrap around towards the front of the net. Eggleton couldn't curl it in. Fibigr comes down at the left point. You can see this Brampton club just smelling blood right now. They want to keep coming in waves here against the Sarnia Sting. Quillen goes down, trying to pounce on it, and came back out the other side. Play still alive here for the Steelheads. Botno, his shot goes over the net. Sting desperate to clear it out here. Von Richter, the most recent goal scorer for the Steelheads, dumps it in the corner. Fibigr still holding in the corner. Takes it behind the Sarnia net. Barr looking to clear. Now Brown carries it out. Brown for Wallows. Moves it over for Jordan Bax. Sting trying to get some fresh legs on the ice here after being hemmed in their own zone. McCoy was lurking in the slot. Sting not able to get it to him. Fibigr. Zabeski carries it. He'll dump it into the zone. Play back underway and another shot taken by Wall.
Remember, they won Wednesday and are hoping to make it 2 in a row, but they have some work to do, trailing by a goal, 4-3.
Von Richter after it. Fibigr gets it past Von Richter, stopped by Bax. Von Richter, after again playing his 210th career Ontario Hockey League game, a guy feels like he's been around for a while, Von Richter. Now another chance. Goes off a leg wide.
A lot might be sort of determined as to where you may be sort of slotted in as far as the season is concerned over those 5 games coming up.
Peterborough and Kingston are at 500 mark. Ottawa 11-5 on the season. Then you go into Erie. They've had some struggles at 5-12. Oh, and there's that Brantford team.
I was going to say Brantford team. They're kind of okay, eh?
You got to bury the lead there a little bit. Brantford comes into action this weekend. 13-0-4 on the season. Yes, they have not been defeated in regulation this season.
Sting played a strong game against the Bulldogs here in this building a few weeks back. Outshot them at 4.
So it's a tie hockey game as Edwards leaned on by Von Richter. Pickle, give chase, Beniglio on it. Pickle sends it cross ice. Drop back, Pickle shot, knocked down again. At center ice now into the zone. Beniglio shot goes wide of goaltender Quinlan. Fibigr. Shot goes wide of the net. Von Richter grabs the rebound off the boards, gives to Fibigr. He lets the shot go off.
Third period, Fisher from Kamzik and Gahan at 14:49 to tie it at 4.
Von Richter. Fibigr up on the left wing side. Avery into the middle. Stankoven looking for it. Knocked down by Reese. Bax. Plays it into the zone. Brown waits for it. Ryan Brown looking for a centering opportunity. Von Richter watching him closely. Leaves it for Bax. Just going to be offside against the Sting. They clear the zone. Bowen slows it down behind the net, now controlling it. Young. Shot on. Young. Witkowski stops it at center ice, winds it back into the zone. Hands it off. Richmond's shot was blocked. Witkowski back into the zone again. I feel like we've not seen a lot of Witkowski in Richmond in this hockey game, especially the second half of the game. Fibigr, we've seen a lot of him tonight. He logs a lot of ice time, especially here in this tie hockey game, he and Von Richter. The number one defense pair for the Steelheads club as it's dumped in, and Bowen leaves it for Von Richter. Young. Van Volson against D'Amiglio on the draw. Reese gets there. Sting trying to play it forward. 10 seconds to go. Kamzik hands it off, a bouncing puck. Wallows plays it into the corner. Kamzik looking for a lane to center. Fibigr on him. Time's going to tick down. 3-on-3 on the ice. Van Volson and Patton lean in. Patton wins it back to Fibigr. Sherratt. Patton goes off. Sebeski jumps on the ice. Edwards, Van Volson, and Young for the Sting. Sting looking to get possession. Fibigr has it up top. He'll regroup. Back inside his own line. 3-on-3, man on man. Van Volson watching Fibigr. 3 wide come the Steelheads. Fibigr trying to race right to the front of the net. He was taken in.
42 seconds into the extra period.
They're going to get Van Volson for the hold.
Yeah, watch right here. As
the left hand took him down.
Took him down with that left hand, then went hard into the
Reese. He'll go for a skate here. Reese. Fibigr back. Puck bouncing on him a little bit. Now Reese will drop it back to Fisher. Reese. Sting. It's interesting, of course, in overtime you want possession, but Sting also want to kill some time here. Maybe kill the penalty and then still have about 2 minutes to go in overtime.
Still about 30 seconds so far.
Sherratt takes it wide. Watched by Beamish. Fibigr. Steelheads trying to set up a little misdirection here as it goes over to Avery. Avery works the top. Hands it off. Fibigr cross ice. Sherratt handles it. Sebeski parked out in front of the net. Sherratt right out in front of the net. Sebeski looking for the rebound. Avery there as well. It comes loose. Avery back for Fibigr. Fibigr drops it off to Sherratt. Sherratt holding on to it. Sherratt waiting. Looking for a lane. Hit the goalpost. Sherratt found an angle, found the post. Sherratt, cross ice, another chance. That's blocked by Mitch Young. Cleared by the Sting. A race forward here. Fisher after it. Sherratt. Wallows gives to the defenseman. Cameron Aucoin starts out. Minute and a half to go in overtime. Aucoin to the open side, kept in by Young. Mitch Young has a goal in the hockey game along with an assist. Up to Barr. Beamish now. Pickle decides to retreat. Pickle winds it back up. The puck bounced on him. Stinger onside, they'll say. Sting maintained possession. Young walks back in here. Young hands it off. Chance there by Edwards. Goes off a stick wide of the net. Barr. Edwards had it on his skate. Decides to come back and wind it back up from his own line. Here comes Beckham Edwards. Sting leading goal scorer. Edwards holds. We are officially still 4-on-4 on the ice because the penalty expired. We haven't had a whistle since. Fisher centers in front of the net. Pickle got a piece of it, but just couldn't get a shot. Zabeski. Fibigr sneaking in from the point, goes to the net, drop back out here. Von Richter in the middle, Fibigr's shot just wide of the net. A coin. Carries it back out, a dozen seconds to go in overtime. Ryan Brown trying to work his way in, it's played to the near side. Brown up top, Fisher holds, lets the shot go, whistles that one wide.